நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் RSKV யூடியூப் சேனல்.
Income Tax Inspector's Exam 2018, Paper 4 Office Procedure. Question number 1. The annual ceiling rate fixed for reimbursement of children education allowances for differently abled children is rupees 54,000. Question 2. The maximum age limit of a child for whom the government can pay children education allowance is 20. Question 3. Encashment of dash days earned leave is allowed on home travel concession 10 days. Question 4. Home travel concession for self can be availed by a government official while on earned leave. Question 5. The minimum amount of admissible as HRA is rupees 1800. Question 6. EL encashment during HTC is admissible up to a maximum of 60 days in career. Question 7. Which of the following is a correct statement? The cash book should be closed regularly and checked completely is correct. Question number 8. Which of the following is correct as per Rule 13 of Central Government Account Receipt and Payments Rules 1983? A. All monetary transactions should be entered in cash book as soon as they occur. Then it is compulsory to get all the monetary transaction entered in the cash book attested by the head of office in token of check. Both the statements are correct. Question number 9. Which of the following is correct as per Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983? The head of office can delegate the task of verifying the totaling of cash book to some responsible subordinate other than the writer of the cash book. Question number 10. Keeping of a register of contingent expenditure is prescribed under which of the following rules of Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983? Rule 110. Question 11. Under the Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983, the standard form of the contingent register will be as in Form GAR 27. Question 12. Which of the following is not a type of contingent charge incurred on public service as enumerated in Rule 98 of Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983? Answer. Non-contractual contingencies. Question 13. Which of the following is not a true statement? Its subheads cannot vary from one department or office to the other. This statement is not correct. Which of the following is not a column name in a contingent register prescribed in Form GAR 27 under 110(2) of Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983? Usual charges. Question 15. Bills for pay, fixed allowances and leave salary are prepared in Form GAR 13(1)(3). Question 16. Certain allowances of a government servant are declared as exempt by central government from attachment by order of a court order. Subsection 1 of Section 60 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Question 17. If a government servant dies while in service, then which of the following is true? Pay and allowance can be drawn for the day of death of government servant irrespective of the hour of death. Question 18. Which of the following statements regarding pay bills is not true? As per Rule 66(2) of Central Government Account Receipts and Payments Rules 1983, a separate pay bill need not be prepared for personnel to whom salary is payable individually by checks. Question 19. Which of the following is not true regarding payment of pay through agents? The formal receipts furnished by the banker or agent showing money has been actually received by him must be stamped. This statement is not true. Question 20. In which of the following cases separate bills cannot be presented for pay and allowance for part of a month on a compassionate ground at the specific request of government servants citing dire need of money? Question 21. Time limit for completion of assessment, reassessment and recomputation is provided under which section of the Act? Section 153. Question 22. The time limit for passing assessment order under section 143 or 144 is 1. Within 12 months from end of the assessment year in which income was first assessable. Bracket applicable for annual year 2019-2020 or later. 2. Within 18 months from end of the assessment year in which income was first accessible bracket applicable for annual year 2018-19. Both the statements are correct. Question 23. What is the time limit for issuing show cause notice under section 144? No time limit provided, but it should be served before the expiry of time limit under section 153 bar 1. Question 24. The time limit for making assessment, reassessment, etc. under section 147 is 1. Within 9 months from end of the financial year in which notice under section 148 was served, bracket like if notice is served before 1/4/2019. 2. Within 12 months from end of the financial year in which notice under section 148 was served, bracket like if notice is served on or after 1/4/2019. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Question 25. An order of assessment on a partner of the firm in consequence of an assessment made on the firm under section 147 of the Act can be passed, bracket inserted by the Finance Act 2016 with effect from 1/6/2016. Answer. Within 12 months from the end of the month in which the assessment order in case of firm is passed. Question 26. In case of adjustment to arm's length price, in case of transfer pricing cases, the draft assessment order is passed. What is the time limit for the assessee to file any objection to this draft assessment order? Within 30 days of the receipt by him of the draft order. Question 27. In case of adjustment to arm's length price, in case of transfer pricing cases, the time limit prescribed for the AO for passing the final assessment final assessment order is governed by the provision of section 144C bar 4 of the Act. Question 28. As per the provisions of section 153 bar 5 of the Act, where an effect to an order under section 250 bar 254 bar 260 bar 262 is to be given by the assessing officer wholly or partly, otherwise than by making a fresh assessment or reassessment, such effect shall be given. Answer. Within a period of 3 months from the end of the month in which such order is received by the principal CCIT or CCIT or principal CIT or CIT. Question 29. Time limit for levy of penalty is provided under which section of the Act? Section 275. Question 30. What is the time limit for passing penalty order after the order is received from the CIT appeals? Within 1 year from the end of financial year in which the order of CIT bracket A is received by the CCIT or principal CIT. Question 31. What is the time limit for passing penalty order under section 271D or 271? Within 6 months from the end of the month when the penalty notice was issued by it. issued by the joint or additional CIT. Question 32. What is the monetary limit when the prior approval of board is required before passing any order to write off tax arrears? Rupees 15 lakhs 15. Question 33. The report or statement regarding the amount written off by the additional CIT or AO bracket as per prescribed pro forma bracket close should be sent to the CIT on quarterly basis. Question 34. A government servant intending to purchase immovable property in Australia applied for sanction from the prescribed authority on 1/8/2019. However, no such sanction is received till 15/9/2019, nor any denial received. What action needs to be taken by the government servant? The government servant needs to wait for at least 60 days from the date of receipt of application by the authority. Question 35. Who is the prescribed authority for income tax inspector for intimation or sanction in respect of transactions in immovable property? Head of office. Question 36. Which of the following is true in respect of any act of sexual harassment of women employees by a government servant? It attacks the provision of Rule 3/1/3 of Conduct Rules. Question 37. Which of the following statement is true in respect of participation in bidding process by an income tax official? Official cannot lead in auction arranged by Income Tax Department, Finance Ministry. Question 38. What is the impact of an income tax officer of non-filing of immovable property return? Vigilance clearance should be denied to the officer not filing his immovable property return, and he should not be considered for impanelment for senior level posts in government. Which of the following is not a minor penalty? Warning. Question 40. Which of the following is not true? Separate registers cannot be maintained for each class of contingent charges, even if it is more convenient to do so. Question 41. The reason for reopening when asked for has to be supplied and objection to be disposed by. Speaking order has been the ratio decedent of which judgment? GKN Drive Shaft India Limited 259 ITR 19 bracket like SC bracket close. Question 42. In which section of IT Act 1961 the time limit for issue of notice under section 148 of IT Act 1961 has been spelled out? 149. Question 43. As per Central Action Plan 2017/18, all internal audit objections received on or after 1/4/2017 are to be settled within 4 months of receipt of audit paras as prescribed in Instruction number 3 of 2007. Question 44. As per Central Action Plan 2017-18, the assessing officer TDS are given the following target for collection and reduction of demand bracket like current demand by 31/3/2018, 30%. Question 45. The instruction number for compulsory manual selection of cases for scrutiny during the financial year 2017-18 is 5/2017. Question 46. The cases to be selected for scrutiny during financial year 2017-18 involving additions in the earlier annual year on recurring issue of law or fact for transfer pricing cases is quantum of addition should exceed rupees 10 crore. Question 47. As per Amendment to Income Tax Act in Finance Bill 2017 with effect from 1/4/2017, income tax assessment can be reopened up to 10 years, that is till 2007, if income that has escaped assessment amounts to dash or more in a year or in aggregate of 4 assessment years. Rupees 50 lakhs 50. Question 48. Within how many years from end of relevant assessment year, notice can be issued under section 148 to person who has been treated as agent of non-resident under section 163 of the IT Act 1961. 10 years. Question 14. As per scrutiny guidelines, during the financial year 2017-18, for selection of cases for scrutiny, what is one of the criteria? No appeal filed against the addition made on issue in earlier years. Question 50. As per scrutiny guidelines, during the financial 2017-18, for selection of cases for scrutiny in cases other than transfer pricing cases involving recurring issue of addition in earlier assessment years, what is amount of quantum addition for selection of scrutiny at metro stations? Rupees 25 lakhs. Question 51. As defined in fundamental rules, duty does not include probation or apprentice period not allowed by confirmation. Question 52. Foreign service is a service wherein a government servant receives his pay with the sanction of government from the source. A. Consolidated Fund of India. B. Consolidated Fund of a state. C. Both A and B. Answer D. None of the above. Question 53. In order to have a lien on a post, the government servant has to be appointed to that post on a regular basis and on which she or he is not on probation. Question 54. Dash means a post carrying a definite rate of pay sanctioned without limit of time. Permanent post. Question 55. Dash is granted to a government servant is consideration of 1. The specifically arduous nature of the duties, and 2. A specific addition to the work or responsibility. Special pay. Question 56. What is the joining time admissible ordinarily in the cases where the distance between the old headquarters and the new headquarters is 1000 kilometers or less, and 2 more than 1000 kilometers up to 2000 kilometers? Answer 10 days and 12 days respectively. Question 57. For the purpose of travelling allowance, the definition of family includes widowed sisters. Answer when she is residing with and wholly dependent upon the government servant and their father is either not alive or himself is wholly dependent upon the government servant concerned. Question 58. According to the provisions of the supplementary rule SR 22, a permanent dash travelling allowance can be granted by the competent authority to any government servant monthly. Question 59. As per Rule 3 bar 1 G of the Delegation or Financial Powers Rules DFPR 1978, a head of office means a gazetted officer declared as such under Rule dash of bracket DFPR 14, Rule number 14. Question 60. Which of the following is true in respect of appearance in departmental examination by a government servant who is under suspicion? He can appear and if qualified shall be promoted only after he is completely exonerated. Question 61. A government servant shall be deemed to have been placed under suspension if he is detained in custody for a period of more than 48 hours. Question 62. What is the income limit for dependency of family members other than spouse in respect of medical attendance rules? Rupees 3,500 plus DNS relief on the date of consideration of medical claim. Question 63. In case a government servant is a lady and her husband is a businessman whose parents would be considered as dependent for medical allowance, parents who the lady opts for such allowance. Question 64. What is the limit for Number of medical advance to a government servant for his illness. No limit. Question 65. The limit for making a fresh assessment in pursuance to order under section 254, 263 and 264, setting aside or cancelling an assessment from the end of the financial year in which order under section 254 is received by PCIT or order under 263 264 is passed by PCIT. 12 months. Question 66. Time limit for imposition of penalty under section 271 1 bar E after the order of commissioner appeals is received is answer before the expiry of 1 year from the end of the financial year in which the order of the commissioner bracket appeals is received by the PCIT. Question 67. Upon receipt of directions from the dispute resolution panel, the AO shall complete the assessment within 1 month from the end of the month in which the direction is received. Question 68. The minimum and maximum penalty under section 271B for failure to get the accounts audited under section 44B is 0.5% of total turnover, rupees 1,50,000. Question 16. Penalty for failure to keep and maintain information documents in respect of international or specified domestic transaction under section 271 AA bar 1 is 2% of value of each internal transactions. Question 70. Penalty under section 271 BA for failure to submit report under section 92E is rupees 1 lakh. Question 71. Penalty under section 272A bar 1A for failure to answer any question put to a person by an income tax authority is rupees 10,000 for each default. Question 72. Penalty under section 271 FA proviso for failure to furnish annual information return within period specified under section 285 BA bar 5 is rupees 500 for each day of default commencing from the day immediately following the day on which time specified in notice for furnishing the return expires. Question 73. The power to sanction write-off of tax arrears has been given to income tax authority by a Rule 13 or reference to Schedule 7 of the Delegation of Financial Power Rule 1978. Question 74. Write-off of irrecoverable demands. A is purely an administrative act. B does not preclude the department from recovering by exercising the powers under Income Tax Act. Both A and B are correct. Question 75. Which statement is false with regards to zonal committee? The zonal committee writes of the tax arrears exceeding rupees 10,000 but below rupees 1 lakh. Question 76. If a person fails to deliver statement for the tax deducted under section 200 bar 3 or provision to subsection bar 3 of section 206C, he shall be liable to pay rupees 200 fine for every day during which the failure continues. Question 77. Which statement is incorrect with regard to advance tax? On or before 15th September, not less than 50% of such advance tax as reduced by the amount paid in earlier installments. Question 78. Notice is deemed to be served on the assessee in a valid manner where the assessee A appears in any proceedings, B cooperated in any enquiry relating to assessment or reassessment. Both A and B are correct. Question 79. The residual category of cities or towns in various states and union territories which are not covered by X and Y categorization is classified as Z. Question 80. As per Rule 5 of the Delegation of Financial Powers, Rules DFPR 1978, all financial powers not specifically delegated to any authority by those rules are vested with the dash Finance Ministry. Question 81. As per Delegation of Financial Power Rules of DFPR 1978, each subhead or standard object under which the provision for expenditure appears constitutes a dash unit of appropriation, primary unit. Question 82. Which is the rule in General Financial Rule 2017 deals with purchase of goods without quotation, and what is the limit of such purchase? 154 and rupees 25,000. Question 83. As per Rule 76 of the General Financial Rules 2017, the accounts of government shall be maintained in only in Indian rupees. Question 84. Notice can be issued under Section 148 by an assessing officer after the expiry of a period of 4 years from the end of relevant assessment year only on the satisfaction of which of the following authorities on the reason recorded by the assessing officer that it is a fit case for the issue of such notice. Answer. The principal chief commissioner or chief commissioner or principal commissioner or commissioner. Question 85. In an assessment, reassessment or computation under section 147, the tax shall be chargeable at the rate at which it would have been charged had the income not escaped assessment. Question 86. Current sequence of procedure to be followed while reopening of the case under section 147 of the Act. Number 1. Record reasons to believe that income has escaped assessment and obtain necessary approval. Issue notice under section 148 of the Act requiring assessee to furnish return of income for the relevant year. Supply reasons for reopening to the assessee and let the assessee file objection to the reopening. Fourth, call for the details and pass the assessment order. Question 87. A new target introduced in the Central Action Plan for the financial 2017-18 is target for arrear demand reduction. Question 88. In the Central Action Plan for the year 2017, 18 timelines are prescribed for disposal or resolution of grievance registered at different levels. In this regard, match the following. Grievances received through CPGRAMS online portal within 30 days of receipt. 2. Grievance received from PMO or FMO or MPs or CBDT or any other high priority source within 15 days of receipt by assessing officer concerned. Third, grievances where taxpayer has responded to CPC notice under section 245 of the Act informing about outstanding demand to be adjusted against refund within 15 days of receipt. 4. Grievances received through e-Nivaran within 30 days of the receipt. Question 88. 9. As per Central Action Plan for the year 2017-18, target for budget collection is to be achieved by 31/3/2018. Question 90. As per Central Action Plan for the year 2017-18, replies to be brought forward pendency of receipt audit objections and draft paras of C&AG bar LAR as on 1/4/2017 was to be sent by 31/8/2017. Question 91. As per instruction number 3 of 2016 dated 10/3/2016, which one of the following cases have to be mandatorily referred to the TPO by the AO after approval of the jurisdictional PCIT or CIT, where the reason or one of the reasons for selection of a case for scrutiny is a TP risk parameter. Question 92. As per the instruction number 20/2015, dated 29/12/2015, limited scrutiny cases can be converted into complete scrutiny if there was potential escapement of income above a prescribed monetary limit of rupees 5 lakhs for metro cities, rupees 10 lakhs. 5 lakhs for 5 lakhs and for metro cities 10 lakhs. Question 93. What is the percentage of total demand as on 1/4/2017 which has been set as target of reduction in arrear demand including cash collection for the year 2017-18? 40%. Question 94. Under ad hoc procedure for write-off, no certificate of irrecoverability is to be obtained from TRO. Question 95. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding service of notice in form of any electronic record as provided under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908? Question 96. Within how many years notice under Section 148 can be issued for assessment, reassessment or recomputation pursuant to any finding or direction in an order passed by any authority in any proceeding under Income Tax Act in appeal or reference revision? B. By a court in any proceeding under any other law. Answer: no time limit. Question 97. Question 97. As per the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961, who is the competent authority to grant approval for issue of notice under Section 148 of the Income Tax Act 1961 if the assessment is to be reopened for assessment year 2015-16? Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Commissioner of Income Tax. Question 98. What is the amount of medical advance allowance to a government servant in respect of his bypass surgery where the package deal is of rupees 2 lakhs, rupees 1.8 lakhs? Question 99. What is the provision in respect of transfer in case of sexual harassment? Victim has option A or B. A. Victim has the option to seek transfer of the perpetrator. Victim has the option to seek her own transfer. Question 100. Under office expenses, OE, the of rupees 2 lakh is received from the office of the chief CIT. What entry will be made in the cash book? Entry of rupees 2 lakh on the debit side.